My name is Harrison Noble, and I'm one of the co-founders of Playlist Plus. At Playlist Plus, we are a global marketplace that acts as a bridge between music artists and playlist curators. A playlist curator is someone that makes playlists on Spotify, Apple Music, or SoundCloud, and has a lot of followers on these playlists. At Playlist Plus, we've created a digital music platform that connects these two groups of people in the music industry. As an independent artist myself, I talked to hundreds of artists and discovered that we all share the same pain. We all want to get our music on playlists on streaming platforms, but don't have the access to them. We want to get on these playlists because streaming artists make about $4 for every 1,000 streams, and the best way to increase those plays is to get on big playlists and gain attention. This traction triggers algorithms on the streaming services and introduces your songs to more people. But getting on these playlists is difficult. Playlist curators are difficult to reach because they have thousands of followers, with lots of people competing for their time. When playlist curators aren't able to manage the amount of artist communication, they lose money. Our service acts both as a way to attract artists to them, while also being the platform that allows the transaction to take place. With our platform, curators will be able to legally monetize their following and find independent artists organically and conveniently. There are a few services that claim to have solutions connecting artists with curators, but most of these services are scams, or services that don't comply with Spotify's guidelines. Spotify is very specific with how you commercialize their platform, and most companies are fraudulent. The music industry is filled with tons of scammers that prey on the dreams of aspiring artists. 91% of artists are considered to be undiscovered. That puts millions of artists a year at risk of falling victim to these scammers and illegal services. Many of these services spam artist accounts with bots and fake plays, getting their accounts banned from streaming services and destroying their dreams of a music career. Fraudulent playlists are costing artists $300 million a year in streaming revenue. Our platform is completely digital, which makes it open to the world. After talking to industry professional Daniel Gumo, we were able to verify the size of our market. Our target market is a high-growth emerging market. Our total attainable market globally for all artists is $40 billion. After segmenting the market to artists that are independent and then further narrowing it to independent artists on Spotify, our service obtainable market is $264 million. We will expand the market to artists using other streaming services such as Apple Music, SoundCloud, or Napster, but we will enter the market focusing on Spotify. So if this was such a big problem, you would think there would be competitors in the space, and you'd be right. But the only competitors in the market that aren't scams or going against streaming service terms are missing what artists want. Those are MySphera and SoundCampaign. MySphera is an influencer platform that allows you to submit songs and other content to influencers to be promoted on TikTok, Twitter, and also on playlists on streaming platforms. MySphera has a broad focus on influencers in general, and because of that, they don't meet artists' needs. The biggest factor with both MySphera and SoundCampaign is that they send songs to curators in the wrong style or genre through ineffective distribution methods. You pay for a generic campaign, and they just toss your songs out randomly. At Playlist Plus, we are a playlist company branded as a record label, taking an approach that focuses on the needs of the artist. We are at the top of this graph, measuring cost and value to artists. We're measuring this with price and brand reputation. We work within Spotify's terms, we are focused on accurate placements directly to curators, and we let artists keep 100% of their streaming revenue. We're cheaper than competitors in the market while providing more value to artists. We've already chosen to increase our brand reputation by branding as a record label. Artists want to work with record labels and not marketing services. All these factors allow Playlist Plus to capture a large portion of the market share. Our solution at Playlist Plus is a global digital marketplace where artists can go to connect with the world's most influential curators. At Playlist Plus, we are the bridge between artists, curators, and millions of music fans. Let's follow the journey of how Quincy, one of our current 5-time repeat customers, would use our platform. Quincy is an aspiring alternative rock artist trying to get his music discovered. Quincy goes to the Playlist Plus platform, registers through his Spotify account, and then begins searching for playlists on our network. Quincy quickly finds a playlist that he would like to pitch his songs for. He is then able to simply link his track through our submission portal and send that song to the playlist curator for review. A few days later, Quincy is alerted that the curator has written him a song review and placed his song on a playlist with over 50,000 followers. 3 months later, those plays start to trigger the streaming service algorithms, and his song is then placed by the services on more playlists organically. With Quincy's new ability to trigger the streaming service algorithms by using the Playlist Plus platform, he is now able to pursue his music career while keeping 100% of streaming revenue and continually growing his audience every time he submits a new song on our platform. And the best thing is, he doesn't have to worry about bots, scammers, or operations that are going against streaming service guidelines. On the other side, curators now have a platform that helps them find new music for their followers and receive 20% royalties in a legal and convenient way. We brought our services to curators and to artists through our initial MVP. Our first MVP was successful, allowing us to take over 300 song submissions and is still currently running today. 33% of the customers we have had are repeat customers, and 50% of repeat customers have returned a third time to use our submission services. We charge many different price points as we were testing our pricing model, and we acquired $1,104 in revenue with our MVP. This helps us show the value that we are bringing to artists. Since then, we have connected with curators all over the world to join our platform. Of the ones we have discussed joining our platform, we currently have a curator network with just over 5 million followers. That's already competitive with even the biggest editorial playlists made by Spotify. With our social media following of over 28,000 followers across platforms, we are quickly gaining traction with our target market. Recently, we had an artist submit us a song that featured a 3-time Grammy-nominated artist. Our name is quickly getting out there in the market. We have worked with many artists already and are making an impact on the music community. One of the artists in our love group that goes by the stage name Quincy told us that he is ready to spend his entire middle school teaching salary on our platform to support his music career. He also expressed his appreciation that we've helped his first single reach over 1,000 streams. When we enter the market, we will be focusing on Spotify playlisting first, then enter the SoundCloud audience. When it comes to artists, they fall into 2 categories. Only 6% of artists are able to spend their entire income on music marketing, and the other 94% have a portion of their income that they are able to spend on marketing. We are marketing towards the 94% with a low-cost model, but we'll also offer a premium model in the future for higher-paying artists. We plan to have a curator network of 20 million followers by the time we launch. With the level of traction that we have gained, reaching curators has become quite simple. We will be taking a blue ocean market approach where we'll be creating demand because of underwhelming competitors in a wide unexplored market. Sam Sabin and I are the co-founders of Playlist Plus. I come from the Marriott School with an entrepreneurship background, and Sam brings the technical background from the Technology and Engineering Studies program. With our funds, we'll be quickly hiring personnel in software development and marketing to meet the needs we have for fast, high growth. We now charge $30 for an album submission and $15 for a single song submission. Our pricing is based on strategic ABC tests and demand curves of our MVP transactions at various price points. We have a high growth plan to acquire song submissions. With the plan, we expect to be at $22.3 million in reoccurring revenue by year 5. With an all digital business model, 20% royalties for curators, and our $5 customer acquisition cost, we have extremely high margins. We will be profitable right off the bat, but we'll be reinvesting all profits back into the business to sustain our high growth plan. We are asking for $500,000 at 10% equity, and we are going to use the money right away to finish development of Playlist Plus and for marketing and IP protection. Our current MVP is live at badenergyrecords.com, where we are taking submissions and working with artists daily. But we are excited to announce that with your investment, we will be able to launch our service at full functionality later this spring. At Playlist Plus, we are the bridge between artists, playlist curators, and millions of music fans.